Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Here at Mad About Skin, we're passionate about helping you to get the most out of your skincare. So if you haven't already, now is a fantastic time to click that link below, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and you won't miss out on any of our amazing future content. Now, in this video, I'm going to do an exact role reversal of a video I did about a week ago, where I focused on some amazing skincare brands. Those skincare brands I absolutely adore, but the products that sit beneath them that just didn't work for me in the products I hate from brands I love video. I'll leave a link to that up there because you might want to check it out before we dive into this. Now that video was all about the shade and calling out some products, saying that just because I love a brand doesn't mean that all their products are absolutely amazing, and calling out some that didn't work for me. Well, I'm flipping it on its head and we're doing the exact opposite, and today I'm going to be talking about some Holy Grail amazing skincare products that I found within brands that I just don't like or tend to support. As we go through it, I'm obviously going to break down why I don't particularly like the brand, so give a bit of context and explanation behind that, but call out some products which still from these brands appear in my skincare routine because I love these individual products. Hopefully by the end of it, it'll kind of prove that just because we don't like a brand, we might not reach for that brand day to day, doesn't mean that there aren't some products that sit beneath that are worth digging deep for, squirreling around for, and actually including in your skincare routine. Obviously, before we start, and I'm going to get straight into it now because cut the waffle, let's get into the video. But before I do start, I would love to know which individual products you love, but you don't actually like the brand which creates the product. Leave me a comment below for which are the products you love from brands you don't. Leave me a comment below. Now, straight in, and we're going to start with an obvious one, which is Drunk Elephant. I actually did a whole video on why I don't personally reach for Drunk Elephant or tend to buy too much from their skincare line. I'll leave a link to that above there because it does give a bit more context than I can actually share in this video. Basically, their customer service is a bit they've got a checkered history. We'll call it checkered. I think that's been generous history of dealing with their customers. A lot of people said online, actually, the product didn't work for me. I didn't like the product. Instead of, taking that feedback on the chin, being professional about it, as a company, they attacked people online. They trolled people. They challenged them. They called them out. That's not how you deal with criticism. Criticism should be taken in a positive way, unless it's just out and out rude, in which case it should be ignored as a brand. But they went about it and just trolled people. Their customer service as well has a history of not being particularly great if you want to return a product. And for me, I'm all about the customer experience. We have so much choice in skincare these days. We don't have to direct our money and our spending power at companies which don't respect or value us as consumers, which is why I kind of just firm pass. They're also ridiculously expensive as a brand, and I think you can get so many affordable dupes for most of their products, which is, again, another reason not to buy from them. However, one product, even though I don't buy from them on a regular basis, one product has stayed in my skincare routine throughout, and that is their Best Day No. 9 Jelly Cleanser. I love this cleanser. I tend to mix my cleansers up, depending on what mood I'm in, what I want to reach for, and I like to have a range of cleansers to choose from. And this is one of my go-to cleansers in summer, where my skin is a little bit on the extra oily side. I want to mattify my skin, remove those excess oils, but not strip the skin. This is a really good option. It's in the name, it's got a beautiful jelly consistency, it's cruelty-free, as are all Drunk Elephant products, so it's just a really nice cleanser. It's usually, you can get it, if you shop around, you can get it on sale, and you can get it for around £17 here in the UK, $20 in the US. So it's not a break the bank cleanser. I think this is a really good quality, nice, does what it needs to do, second step gel cleanser that's cruelty free, not too ridiculously priced, and has a gorgeous consistency, and it's just a delight to use. So yes, I don't buy from Drunk Elephant on the regular, but I am going to keep reaching for this cleanser because I do love how it makes my skin feel, how it gets rid of all that dirt, debris, SPF, everything from my skin, and just preps it beautifully for the next steps in my skincare routine. Now, obviously, I've left a link to any of the products I mentioned here below. All of them are linked in the description box below, so if you want to do a bit more digging or explore them more yourself, click on those links below. Now, moving from Drunk Elephant, I'm going to go on to another brand which I don't feature ever, I don't think, on this channel, except with the exception of one product, and that's Clinique. A brand, I don't dislike Clinique. They're not entirely cruelty free, though I will give them some credit because they are moving towards that slowly. So, credit where it's due if they're moving in the right direction, but they're not entirely cruelty free. As a brand, I think they're not the most innovative. Most of their products have been around for like years, so they're a bit stale, not that inspiring. Nothing grabs me and makes me want to reach for them, with the exception of one of their cleansers. And I absolutely love their Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. This I think I mentioned this in one of my cleanser videos about how much my skin just loves this. When you find a product that your skin just adores and does everything you need it to do, and it just becomes an instant holy grail. This was this product when I first tried it. So you put this on your skin. It's got safflower oil in there, which is great as a hydrator, but it's also not comedogenic, so it's not going to clog my skin if you're super oily like me, but it's also slightly hydrating, so it does add moisture to the skin rather than stripping it, which a lot of cleansing steps can do. This honestly just melts any makeup, dirt, debris, SPF, whatever's on your skin. It just melts it away like that and leaves your skin feeling gorgeous. A lot of balm cleansers leave a residue, a film, or like a mask on the skin, which I actually don't like, because I think any products you put on afterwards are going to have to work twice as hard to get through that to actually get to the skin to do some good. So I don't think it's a good quality in a cleansing balm, but this disappears down the sink without a trace, and I absolutely love it. It's slightly on the pricey side, but you need such a small amount. Actually, you buy one pod of it and it lasts forever. This is always in my travel bag. This tends to be the balm that I travel with, because you can get a really nice small size, which is the one I've actually linked below. I'd recommend that one because I don't use this every single day. I tend to use this if I'm wearing a little bit of makeup, a bit of concealer, something a bit more heavy that I want to take off the skin. This is absolutely perfect. It's also great when you're traveling, because if you have a day on the beach, I know this is probably a distant memory because none of us have been on holiday for years. It seems like years. But when you're on the beach and you're reapplying your SPF, you've been good and you're reapplying your SPF regularly, it kind of builds up because you tend not to take one layer off before you put another layer on. And so by the end of the day, you're ready to go for dinner and get dressed up and you're on your holidays and your skin literally feels like you're wearing an SPF mask. This is my go-to because you put this on and it just melts away all that SPF. Absolutely stunning product and an absolute travel essential for me. Now, coming on to a brand which you guys often ask me about, but I just don't feature on this channel. Because of the price point. I do think sometimes, we can spend a little bit extra to get a little bit extra. I'm not anti-luxury skincare. In fact, I did a whole video on luxury skincare and the brands which I genuinely think are worth paying a little bit extra for, because you get some more for. I'll leave a link to that there to prove that I'm not, anti-luxury. But there comes a point where the price tag, you look at it and you think, really you're charging me that for skincare? And 111 Skin is that brand. This is like ludicrously expensive. I don't understand how they can justify asking us to spend this amount of money for products which just aren't that great. So a really good example, okay, this is an extreme example, but this is to me what is all that's wrong with this brand. They have a £450 $500 black diamond emulsion. Not overly sure what this is supposed to do. It's sort of like a hydrating serum with, it's got humectants, it's got hydrators in there. You're paying £450, and in here it has alcohol. That's not great. It's quite high up on the list as well in terms of the ingredients, so that's not great for a start. And it's got black diamond dust, which is inert. It does nothing. There is literally nada point to having black diamond dust in your skincare. It does nothing for your skin and is just justifying this ridiculous price tag. This product also has loads of perfume in, so if you're sensitive, it's a huge no-no. And it's just really basically formulated. It's got a few nice hydrators in there. It's got a few humectants in there, but any old serum will do. Grab your marine hyaluronics from The Ordinary, slap that on your skin for like £5, and it will do pretty much the same. Though you're not getting the black diamond powder. It doesn't do anything, but I guess it looks bougie on your vanity. This is one of those skincare lines that celebrities have gone mad for. I saw an article I read the other day where Jennifer Aniston credits her gorgeous skin to this skincare line. I'm like, okay, if you have Jennifer Aniston money, reach for the 111 Skin because, treat yourself. You've got celebrity money, you can afford it. I am not paying £450 for a moisturising serum. Not going to happen. But if you want to feel, if you want to feel your inner Jennifer Aniston and you want that little bit of celebrity in your life and you think I'd like to try something from this skincare line, they have one product which I actually think is worth spending your money on, and I do reach for every so often when my skin needs to pick me up and when I want that sort of like red carpet ready skin, like I go on the red carpet. You know what I mean though, when you want to wake up knowing you'll have an amazing skin day. I would fully recommend their Biocellulose Treatment Mask. It's £20 here in the UK, $25 in the US. So that is expensive, I guess, for a sheet mask, but I do think this is a sheet mask with a difference. So when you apply a sheet mask, the fibres which form it really determine how effective it's going to be and how it's going to fit the face. The fibres in this mask are 500 times smaller than in the standard. So when you put this mask on, it literally molds to your skin. It's clearly a sheet mask, but it feels like you're applying like jelly to the skin because it just molds perfectly to the skin. Obviously, the better a sheet mask fits, the more benefit you're going to get from it because you really want it touching the skin all over. And sometimes, you get those gaps, you get those bubbles, those bits peel away at the side. Not with this, it literally just glides onto the skin and stays in place, which I really like. It's also packed full of amino acids, which are hydrating. I love amino acids. It's got Centella asiatica in there, which is calming and soothing. It's got other like panthenol in there, which is going to calm and soothe the skin. And this is just super mask if you're feeling a little bit sensitive, maybe a little bit irritated, your skin's a bit dry, that sort of a winter skin. I just characterize it as winter skin. That sounds like you. Popping this mask on, next day, skin snatched, gorgeous, glowing, and looks really hydrated, calm, and just everything, all your makeup, all your skincare, everything just the next day applies that little bit better. Yes, it's £20 for a sheet mask, but I think in this case, it's actually worth it. And I probably use like 2 or 3 a year. I don't go mad for it. But when I do, my skin always loves me the day later. Now, another brand which I think comes with it's not 111 Skin ridiculous price tag, but is up there for the formulation is Wishful. This is a skincare line by Huda Kattan, fabulous beauty line. She does Huda Beauty, gorgeous colours, eyeshadow palettes, taking the world by storm. This is her skincare line, Wishful. I'm not a huge fan of the brand. It's all very glitzy. It's all very Instagram worthy. It's all very, it looks lovely, but I think behind it, there's very little substance. So you've got some really nice packaging, but actually when you look at the ingredients, it's all a bit basic, and the average product's about £40, $50. So it's expensive for what it is and for basic formulations. However, there is one exception I would make, and it happens to be their cheapest product, which again might be a factor in why I think it's actually worth it. But I love their Glow Enzyme Scrub. Now, this comes in at £18 here in the UK. It's $20 in the US, so it's not a bad price point for an exfoliating treatment. It's called a scrub, but there are basically there's no abrasive quality to this at all, which is good because I don't like really rough manual exfoliators. What makes this really special is the enzymes in there, which nibble away at those bonds which hold the dead skin cells onto the gorgeous skin beneath. And when you've used this, the next day, you honestly have glowing, gorgeous skin. So whilst, there are other enzyme masks out there on the market, and I'm going to do a whole video on my favourite enzyme treatments, I actually think this is a really nice, it looks great on the vanity because it's very Instagram friendly. It's a really nice collection of hydrators in here as well, so it's not going to strip and dry the skin. It's going to give a gorgeous exfoliation. I just think it's a really nice product to reach for. So Huda Kattan, not great on the skincare front. I think there's a lot of overpriced, poorly formulated products, but this one stands out, and I think, credit where it's due, actually a really good skincare product. Finally, I'm coming on to a brand which, again, I don't mention too often on this channel, and that is Simple. Now, a lot of people are quite cruel about Simple and say, Simple, it's in the name, just a bit simple and a bit boring. Now, I don't ever want to call skincare boring. Just because it's not packed full of exciting ingredients, it doesn't mean, I think boring is quite a derogatory term. A lot of people reach for Simple as a skincare brand because they have sensitive skin and they can't, they want to stay away from some ingredients and strip it right back to basics. So for most people, for those type of people, Simple could be a really good option. For people like myself that doesn't have sensitive skin, we want a little bit more excitement in our lives and in our skincare. And so it's not a brand that I think is terrible. I just don't reach for it day to day because I think there's more exciting options out there. However, don't want to discredit Simple because there are people out there that, this could be a lifeline if your skin is super reactive and you want everything stripped back to basics, and Simple is a really good skincare line. They don't innovate that much, and so there's not a load of new products coming on the market, which is another reason why I don't feature it that heavily on the channel. But with one exception, I did a whole video on their Protect and Glow range, which I'll link up there. Some hits, more misses, I'd say. It's not the best range in the world, with the exception of this product, which is their Detox and Brighten Clay Mask. I have been using this on and off like the past 6 months since I tried it in that video, and I absolutely love it. This has clay in, which just absorbs and soaks up all that excess oil in the skin. Fantastic for someone like me that is oily, acneic prone, and is gorgeous. But because it's got glycerin as well, it doesn't strip and dry the skin. If you've ever worn like a clay mask that sets literally like a rock and it just feels like it's zapping every last inch of moisture out of your skin, this isn't that. This has got glycerin in, so it always feels hydrating as well as removing those excess oils. So I just think it's a beautiful, beautiful mask to use. It's super affordable. Here in the UK, it's £6. In the US, it'll be around the $8 price point. Great. You don't need a lot. I use it quite sparingly and it just does the job perfectly. It's easy to wash off, and a lot of clay masks you put on and it's impossible to cleanse and get the product off your skin. This washes off really nicely, and it's just a really nice find from a brand which I don't normally reach for. But I bought this, repurchased this probably like 3 or 4 times, so I'm getting through it and I absolutely love it. So if you want to try simple and you think maybe it's just not for you, I would really honestly try this if you have oily or acneic skin, because it will be an absolute saviour, and you can get it at supermarkets super cheap here in the UK. Right guys, there you go. These are the brands I don't love, but acknowledging that beneath those brands there are some fantastic products to be found. Leave me a comment below. Have you tried any of these products? You know, are you excited by any of them? Are you going to give any of them a go? Leave me a comment below, and obviously let me know what your favorite product from a brand which you don't like is. Leave me a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, as it really helps the channel. And wherever you are in the world, stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care guys, bye.